Were the stars aligned when you were born? Probably not. But let's get into Deanna's birth chart reading. And remember, girl, if you hear something you don't like, don't blame me, blame your personality. Let's go. First of all, girl, you got a lot going on in your birth chart. You have a Taurus stellium. You have your Sun, your Mars, your Mercury, and your Venus in the most stubborn sign of all of the zodiacs. You probably look at arguing like a sport that you gonna win regardless. And nobody better mess with your family because you have strong connections. A Taurus stellium, I already know the people in your life are exhausted, bitch, because you probably argue 24/7. Your top three are a Taurus Sun, a Sagittarius rising, and a Leo moon, which means that you are more grounded, practical, and very, very determined. Taurus Sun, people call you lazy. You call it enjoying your life. See, when you were born with a little bit of bougie to you, so you're gonna enjoy the finer things in life because that's why you're on the planet Earth. Deanna, let's be honest. Sometimes, girl, you get stuck on stupid and you're not able to shift gears, and it's all because you love to be comfortable and you don't want to take a risk. It's giving, that's my man and I'm gonna stick by him. In a relationship, you need to be with somebody that has your back. Like, you need a ride or die in order for you to feel comfortable and stable. You are a creature of habit and you love a good routine. Spontaneity ain't really your thing because, again, you want to be comfortable at all cost. Deanna, you're the type of girl that loves to be appreciated. Like, you want your flowers while you're alive, not when something tragic has happened to you and somebody's at your grave talking about, oh, I love this girl. Say it to me now, I'm still alive. And I'm not saying that you high maintenance, but one thing you don't want is to be an ordinary, basic bitch. A blessing and a curse for you is your ability to be objective because it makes you play the devil's advocate a lot, and it makes it so that you don't really know where you stand because you're being pulled in every different direction because you can see others people's point of view. Taurus in the 5th house, you are constantly putting on a show almost to the point where when you're alone, you're a very different person than what you put out for other people to see. Leo moon. When things don't go your way, you tend to lean into controlling people because you don't want to get hurt. Also, you feel things really deeply and you can be very emotional and very dramatic. I feel bad when somebody does you wrong because you gonna put their ass on blast. There is no logic, there is no forgiveness. Basically, you fucked up and now everybody gonna know. Moon in the 9th house in Leo, you would do really well professionally overseas. So get that passport out, honey. You have a square between your moon and your Neptune, which lets me know that you are a sucker for a sob story. You are like an emotional sponge, and when somebody dumps on you, you take it upon yourself to get involved. With a square between your moon and your Lilith, you should never fall in love at first sight. Like, if you meet somebody and you feel a little tingly feeling like you got chemistry, it ain't chemistry, girl. It's toxic trash. Run! Mercury in Taurus, the way that you communicate is like a girl with ass shots. Nothing is moving, honey. You are stubborn and set in your ways, and when it comes to communication, you take your time and you filter what you say, because if it's one thing you don't want to be, it is wrong. And because mentally you move at the speed of a sloth, you find things in the little tiny details that a lot of people don't see, and that's why normally you probably are right a lot of the time. Also, girl, your chart is suggesting that you suffer from being a hypochondriac. That is just a little pimple. It is not the gonorrhea syphilis. And you have an opposition between your Mercury and your rising, which lets me know, bitch, you like to fight. You like to argue, and you will provoke and you will instigate until somebody fights with you because it's a challenge and it turns you on. Also, fun fact about you, when you are in a relationship, your partner serves as a mirror, which means if you're with somebody and they're irritating you or making you mad or sad, it is a mirror reflecting back to you what you are putting out into the world. And your chart is suggesting that you like younger partners. Okay, Leonardo DiCaprio. Venus in Taurus, okay, you little love bug. All you want to do is be romantic, be passionate, be comfortable in your relationship, and you're a little bit possessive. Like, you look at your partner kind of as your possession and you get a little obsessive. Something that your partners probably complain about is that you get comfortable way too quick in a relationship. But it's only because you know what you want. You ain't playing games. You are all in or you're all out. Regardless of how lazy your Taurus placements make you, because you have a Venus in Taurus in your 5th house, if it's one thing you don't want to be, is a bum. You want to be successful more than anything on this earth. Venus in Taurus, you're like a little sex kitten, and you probably were for the streets early on in life. You were out there getting that practice early on, girl. And with a Mars in Taurus, you are very calculated and very cool, calm, and collected until you're not, because you got a temper that is scary. You want to know who else has a Mars in Taurus? Adolf Hitler. All I'm saying is, if somebody decides to come at you, they better come at you correct, because you will throw down. Girl, I don't think it was that bad of a birth chart. I mean, you stubborn, a little bit scary, but if you want your birth chart read, the link is in the bio, bitch.